Alright. I just checked out a movie called Stay Off the App. So I had no idea what this movie was when I started, but I was extremely surprised to see that one Richard Grieco stars in this thing. Old fans of the show will know my interest in one Mr. Richard Grieco as he goes off on his drunk-filled rants at the film festivals. Anyways, I digress.
Sick fuck!
This movie is about an app that when you use it, you get killed, but you can also make money if you don't get killed. What a plot line. What a great idea. And it starts off with some footage, real footage. I think it's in China. I might be wrong, but there was a guy who would climb skyscrapers, and it's caught on video where he falls to his death. And this movie thought it would be really nice to use real footage opening this movie of a young kid falling to his death for their sleazy, cheap, shitty horror movie. So, why would you do that? That's offensive in so many ways. Like, it's just so stupid. So this movie's directed by Dan Frank, who apparently has directed 20 other movies, which is mind-boggling to me. It also had, I counted, 29 people in the production crew for this movie, and this might be one of the most inept, terrible movies I've ever seen in my life. Inept is probably the best way of saying it, because there are things in this movie that are mind-boggling of how you let be in a movie.
Hi.
First off, let's talk about the elephant in the room. That is one Mr. Richard Grieco, who brings quite the chops to this movie, acting alone sometimes in a room for most of his scenes, wearing the same clothes, perhaps drunk, perhaps not, reading lines off the script via a computer monitor.
Yeah, you can make money on it, but did you read the part about your accidental death is not their fault in really, really fine print?
Doesn't say that.
Look at your phone.
Really selling him though, bringing him home. And when he does get out of that room, he is in a bar, so that's all right.
There's a big scene, like I think in the desert, and there was like a helicopter, and you were on a horse. And
Beholden.
Beholden, that's it, Beholden. I actually
really?
own that on DVD.
Oh, do you? Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm glad you're buying this drink from me.
yeah, pretty much.
I kept that horse.
Woo, man. And half the time you can see in the reflection of his sunglasses that he has on the top of his Special Forces hat, what looks to be the LED panel lighting his face for the scene. Good stuff, guys. Really, really knocking it out of the park here. This movie's so shoddily edited. Half the time you can't tell what the fuck's going on because they're using this app, although they never ever show you the app. It's just, I guess, a selfie app because there's everybody taking selfies. And then it'll cut to random people doing random things and you're not sure why or what's going on. Sometimes there's a sequence in this movie where a cop is talking to Richard Grieco. He gets up and leaves. It cuts to some other thing, and when it cuts back, it's like the cop never left and they edited the movie out of order or something. I don't even know how you do that. The sound design is about as amateur as you can get, even though they had like 3 or 4 people in their sound crew. You get the great audio when somebody's talking, which then harsh cuts because they didn't use any sort of gate. You randomly get background audio that doesn't fit, adds confusion to the scene because sometimes it sounds like they're in like a busy kitchen or something like that, but they're supposed to be in this woman's apartment. It just makes no sense, and it's so unbelievably sloppy in a way that is kind of really fun and stupid.
So how do you do it? How do you get all those followers?
Want to take a selfie?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
There's points in this movie where I'm not sure if Richard Grieco is like improvising, but he's just kind of groaning and moaning in a way that if you turned off the video, it would sound like he's taking a shit or something like that. Which is a certain way you could go with your movie. Probably not the best choice.
What? What is it?
Our main character, she lives in this apartment, and randomly people like out of a sitcom just kind of walk into her house all the time, and she's constantly surprised by people being in her house. And it's like, maybe lock your goddamn door once in a while. I don't know, call me crazy. That might make sense.
Hello, Megan.
At one point, our main character is tied up, and it's so low effort to the fact that instead of tying her hands up, she just holds it. So she's not actually tied up. She's literally holding onto the rope that's supposed to be holding her prisoner. When you make something like this, do you not see what we see? Insofar as she's clearly not tied up, she's holding it. Like, how does that happen? The winds of Grieco. An omen? A warning, perhaps. Never talk about the Grieco this way. Movie ends with a nice little monologue from one of our characters, Charlie, talking about not wanting his dog anymore because it won't clean his floors and suck his dick. Beautiful words. Thought-provoking.
It's gonna need a home. I thought about keeping it, but it shit on my floor immediately. So once you shit on my floor, you're out unless you can clean it up and suck my dick, and then there's a chance I'll keep you.
So yeah, I mean, this movie's a complete mess. Obviously, it jumps around between 42 characters. You never have any idea what's going on. The killer shows up randomly as soon as you start the app. It makes absolutely no sense. It is shoddily edited in one of the worst ways I've ever seen. The background music is half the time too loud. They'll put ambient background noise in scenes that don't fit at all. They don't know how to do dialogue at all because the room noise will kick in so loud, and then they don't have a gate or anything like that to make it smooth out. It's just harsh cuts so you can hear the cutting of noise all over the place. It's so goddamn amateur. It's shot terribly. The story is incredibly dumb. It uses real footage twice from the internet of people actually dying, I guess to highlight this killer app thing. It makes no sense. Richard Grieco's in it, barely. He's reading from a laptop screen. 10 out of 10 movie. 10 out of 10. Loved it forever. One of my favorites of all time. Ends with another passionate note about how all these teens only care about validation and money, and that's why they use the apps like this movie says stuff. Deep message, super deep. Take it home, tell your kids apps are killing everybody up in here or something. I don't know. I made a movie recently in a week by myself with my daughter. It has better acting, better shots, better audio by a mile, is actually cohesive and makes sense when you watch it. And I did it in a week by myself. So I just don't understand how you can do this. How this comes to be. Watch this scene. This is really, this is riveting stuff. This is...
Are you gonna watch these videos?
I will. You know, he lives in L.A.
You mean lived?
Look, why don't you take you and dumbass and go to his last place of residency?
I'll take care of it in the morning.
One last thing to talk about. There's a scene where our main character's in her kitchen. It's framed terribly, just a wide shot of this kitchen. And randomly, her neighbor comes in dressed like 7 of 9 from Star Trek. Why not? All right, stay off the app. That's gonna do it. Check it out. Let me know what you think. All that crap. I'm done. I'll catch you here later. Goodbye.